One of the primary directors of Annie Oakley was Frank McDonald, and of course he was the director of Wyatt Earp, starring Hugh O'Brian. And he had a very long history with Autry, as most of the people that Autry worked with did. But Frank McDonald had started at Warner Brothers as a dialogue director and had worked for Michael Curtiz, and he had worked with Bette Davis and Paul Muni. Then he went to RKO, and then later, of course, he went to Republic. And he had a very forceful style. And his Westerns were very aggressive. And it really suited well when he would do crime dramas. The Purple Gang, for example, with Barry Sullivan and Robert Blake is, to me, that's almost his masterwork. That is very close to Don Siegel and Phil Carlson territory. He did a very good movie with Richard Conte called The Big Tip-Off. And later in a very nice science fiction movie that Alex Gordon produced called The Underwater City. He was not a fanciful director, but he knew how to focus, particularly in his action scenes. They seemed to have a little bit more of an edge. He wasn't a big one for fancy camera work, but there was energy there. And if you will, something a little rough-hewn about it that I think was quite good and quite driving for Annie Oakley. Ray Nazaro, who also directed a lot of the episodes, of course, was directing Gene Autry's movies at Columbia. And he had been at Columbia for a very long time and had a very long, steady history there. Now, some of these men had careers going all the way back to silent movies. And when they found their way to Republic, that's where they would find their home, especially if they were journeymen and they could make a movie in 10 days, they could make a movie in 8 days or 12 days or whatever was required. Those were exactly the type of filmmakers that Gene Autry was looking for. Now, with George Archambault, of course, he had started out rather prominently and directing some very good movies, like The Lost Squadron, for example, for Marion C. Cooper. And then his career kind of settled down, and he ended up doing the program pictures. But these were efficient, very solid directors, and these television shows were made very, very quickly. The Flying A stuff was really shot very quickly, and these men had to know how to get it on film, in the can, so it could cut together, because the budgets were so low. There was just not money to spend for anything, and you needed to have someone with an efficient cinema eye to make that work.
Howdy, friends and neighbors. We're proud and happy to be here today. All in nice Greenville. Tim, come here.
You got me, kid.
I've been invited to a jubilee in heaven after wine.
Doc's got a line on the kid.
The De La Torre Ranch on the border road. That was Carlos just in here.
It'll be your job, Sam. Get Carlos. Keep him away from the ranch. The rest of you pick up the other men and get that kid. Burn him out if you have to.
And who hung the moon in the starry sky? Somebody bigger than you and I.
Next man loose.
Always stealing. You ought to be ashamed of yourself.
Where's Dean, boy? Where is he, Chan? Oh! Dean! Dean!
Before I sign any new contract, I want to be sure I'm getting the best harness stock for the stage line.
We'll just put it to the test, one against the other. My thoroughbreds will run Autry's Mustangs right off the road.
Don't be too sure. The race isn't over yet.
Pull over, Jeff. Give me room.
Dean, look out!
Pull over.
That was a good punch.
In the blue Canadian Rockies, spring is sighing through the trees.
Yodel, 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 what am I gonna do? Yodel, 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 what a hullabaloo.
I told you to keep those trucks out of here.
You can't close this road off. We've been using it for years.
Well, your men aren't going to run me out, so they might as well stop trying.
Why should anybody be watching me?
Maybe they don't trust you. You better watch your step or it'll be the end of your private little gold rush.
And then somebody shot at me just like they did last night. Are you trying to accuse me? Or you just...
Get inside, quick.
We'll have to have those guns. Better hurry if you don't want Mitchell's men driving us out of here.
They're gone.
Where are they? Who's got them?
How should I know?
Mr. Dean, you mayor, you elected with a landslide.
On top of Old Smoky, all covered with snow.
Hey, Tom. I've hit it. Eureka!
Nobody's closing me.
I was elected to run this town. If you don't want a mob in here throwing you out, better start packing.
Take the gun.
Men come from Indian Gulch. They come steal all the lady.
How do you know?
My cousin, he tell me he from other camp.
He's dead.
That's what you wanted to.
The smell of the rain, the roll of the plane, the feel of my seat in the saddle, I'd give all I own if I could be home, back on the range punching cattle.
What if Bluebell loses?
I get it, but I tear up the IOUs and you're clean.
Here's your chance to pick up those IOUs without Autry finding out anything about it.
You better get down to the finish line, Feeny, or I'll be there before you. Come on, Bluebell! Thanks, Burns.
I didn't tell you to give him a rifle, but he grabbed it out of my hand. Now we gotta get him.
Randy! I won't give myself up.
I'm coming over there with my hands up. If you want to shoot, go ahead.
Buffalo gal, won't you come out tonight? Come out tonight, come out tonight. Oh, Buffalo gal, won't you come out tonight and dance by the light of the moon?
You know you're working yourself out of a job, don't you?
Don't see as that's any of your business.
Our business is stopping barbed wire now, before all the ranchers start using it. Get off the way.
Get those shovels.
You ain't gonna make us dig our own graves.
That fence is going back up, and you're going to dig the post holes.
Who is it? Can't you see I'm busy?